Alrighty guys, I'm gonna attempt to test this battery out. I have here my 150 amp battery tester, and I have the load side plugged into this 12 volt PC fan, and all I'm gonna do is just hold the wires hopefully easily enough onto the battery here, and we'll see what happens. Now, I don't know entirely if this is going to work okay. Probably won't work too good on the camera. Because I need to do one of these numbers. Whoops. Yeah, it looks like this battery's pooched. It's just making my thing flicker. It's definitely, the battery is pooched. Here, see if I can show this on camera. You'll see my little screen, and it should light up and start giving me some readings. But I want to just see what happens if I take the load off of this battery. And hopefully I don't short it. Just see without a load on it, see if it changes. No. This battery's pooched. Definitely done. So, sorry Pierre, couldn't help you out fixing that. But we got some cool items out of here. Inverter socket. There's actually a fuse, which I didn't show too much. 250 amp ceramic fuse. You guys can't really see that because of the poor lighting, but there you go. Got some heavy gauge wire. And I got those jumper cables and stuff like that. And I'm gonna try to salvage everything but the case out of this thing. Pretty much. So here's, what is this, 4 gauge or something? Yeah, 4 gauge. Yeah, we got a whole ton of stuff. So right here, we get the jumper cables. There is the step down transformer from 120 volts. I'm going to just cut that part out and use the DC side, which has the DC jack, and I'll use that on something. Get rid of this case, keep the inverter, and rig up some kind of thing where I can actually use that inverter if I want. And I think this battery's going to the trash because I really can't do much with it. It's totally dead. So there you go, guys. Yeah, for closing the video off today, guys, I just wanted to show you I've been here for 3 or 4 hours, and it was 44 degrees Fahrenheit inside. It is now 66.4 and 54 Fahrenheit outside. Not too bad, but what I do normally when I'm about to head out, I close this guy off and this guy off, which closes off all the oxygen to the setup, and I just let the coals continue to burn, and I also leave a fan running on a battery pack to circulate the air around the fireplace while I'm gone. But normally I normally take a good couple hours, whatnot, and make sure this thing's died down pretty well with these things closed, obviously, before I head out. Now, I just rigged up this little thing so I have the fan directly blowing on the pipe here, moving the heat around. I'm going to rig up some better setups that will run on battery power of some sort, most likely USB, because for my solar power, it's pretty, in the winter time, in the winter months when I'm definitely using this guy, I want to have power packs like this and use those. So any type of fan like those I will use. And I do have a couple back there that I'm going to set up. I do want to set one up blowing across the stove here and in behind. And then I'll probably have one set up like here somewhere permanently, so it's going to be moving air from the unit and pushing it off into the rest of the tiny house. But so far so good. It's doing a great job, and it'll probably get up to 68 or so in here, even though this beast has been shut off. Well, it's still cooking, but the oxygen's been cut off to it, and the coals are slowly dying in there. So also big thanks to Pierre. He scored me my first bag of cedar I picked up from his place, and then I got all these other pieces. And the nice thing about this stuff, guys, I do not have to cut it. They're already in small pieces. They've been taken care of. They're from a workshop, and it's free, and that's free heat for me. So big thanks to Pierre, my Patreon member. Please consider becoming a Patreon member for the Off-Grid Tiny House. Definitely need all the help I can get, guys. If you still want to continue watching me do videos, please become a Patreon member. It's only $1 a month. That's all I ask, and you get everything before everybody, ad-free, which is pretty nice. I think I'm gonna let my spider plants die out in the tiny house because I have so many at home, and these guys didn't adapt too well in here anyway, so it's kind of like one of these things. Well, what am I gonna do? Somebody honking the horn. I made quite a mess again working on Pierre's projects here, but it seems to be a never-ending story around the tiny house. I did shut, like, I have everything shut off here, so it's like, what am I gonna do? Because the weather went super overcast, and I can show you 12.6. Here we go. The other one's doing better. But I set up the other USB hub here, and this lithium battery is sucking in the amps, like almost 1 amp at a time. So this is this guy here. It's using that high-speed charging USB cable and the high-speed 3 amp DC-DC converter. So yeah, so I have that guy plugged in, one of the DIY power packs that I made out of scrap laptop lithium batteries, 18650s. I got both of Primo's donated battery packs on charge via one cord, and 2 external speakers that have an internal battery in each. And this guy, the other DIY power pack that I had, for whatever reason it would sit at 56% and stay there. Now it's up to 78. So maybe that's because I used it, and then whatever happened, it seems to be actually taking a full charge now. The other ones are still holding in there, but I still got to clean up this spaghetti because it's pretty nasty. And what can I say? I got so many battery packs, but these are lifesavers, these guys. I have 6 of them now total. Perfect. Plus some smaller ones, but these are the main biggie ones that I love. they can go for hours and hours and hours at a time, and those will save you huge in the in times where my off-grid solar just can't keep up. So gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. And I love my room dividers, the tapestry. It allows the heat still to go in to those rooms without having an actual door, which is kind of nice. Let's check on the coals. They still cooking away in there? Yep. And that's with no oxygen whatsoever. So there's got to be enough oxygen in there now just to maintain the coals until they're totally burned out, which is kind of neat. I do have to plug off my fresh air, but other than that, I will do that next with Mike. Mike has a couple of those metal round dishes. That one I got using up here. I'm gonna put another one down there, seal that off. And this fan is running off my high-powered LED light that I picked up, so that's pretty nice. So I'm out of here, guys. Camera says 1 minute left. So please, please, guys, become a Patreon member to my channel. It's only $1 a month. You get everything before everybody else, ad-free. All right? Thank you very much.